Hi again. So last Saturday, a friend of mine invited me in to watch Wish, or in Danish Ønsket, Danish. Yeah, she invited me in because it had been a long time since we had gone to the theater together, and she wanted me to go with her, and we both love animated movies, Disney especially. We also went to watch Frozen 2 in back in back in the day, like it's that long ago. Um, and I hadn't spoiled the movie, other than, you know because I live on YouTube, you and the internet in general. You can't really be, you can never really be, 100% in the clear. But I hadn't watched the Oh, okay, yes, I had watched the trailer, and I was admittedly pretty negative about it, but that was not because of the quality. I just had a shit day that day. Um, Other than that, I had only seen thumbnails saying, "Oh, this movie sucks," and "Oh, Disney is so terrible this year," and "Oh, another flop." And for once, I was like, "No, I don't wanna. I don't wanna bite into the hate, or the hype, whatever. I don't wanna buy into anything, any sentiment beforehand. I wanna watch this movie myself and make um, my own opinion for once. Because again, when you live on the internet, it's so super easy to to just jump on everyone else's opinion, even if you haven't watched the movie yourself, or if you haven't played the game yourself. It's the easiest thing in the world to jump on a bandwagon. But in so we went in with open eyes. Would be kind of hard to watch a movie with closed eyes. Yeah, sorry, bad humor. And long story short, no beating around the bush. I freaking loved it. Um, I haven't since I watched it. I haven't watched. I only watched one of those "this movie sucks" videos, who complained about a variety of things like bad animation, bad songs, lame story, too many references, and I couldn't I couldn't disagree more. And maybe that's just my childish mind, that I can sit down and watch an animated movie that may not be the deepest shit in the world, but if I feel that it offers me something of quality, then I can still enjoy it, even if it's just a typical good guy defeat bad guy story. And with Wish, I liked the animation. I thought it had this. I thought it had this pretty blend between 2D and 3D, like almost cell shaded. And as someone who has complained for years that all of I feel that all of Disney's movies have the same art style, like Frozen, Tangled, Moana, Encanto. I feel that they look the same. They all look the same. I mean, if you go back to Disney's 2D days, like Tarzan, Treasure Planet, Atlantis, just from the art style, you can tell what movie it is. But the last 10 movies or so that they have made, they are all these Barbie doll like bobbleheads almost. They have the same art style, aesthetic, whatever. So I thought that this was a nice change of pace. Um, I liked the story. I mean, some say that Magnifico becoming the bad guy is forced, and I'm like, he is on the poster with with green magic and stuff. He is gonna become the bad guy. Like, and so what? What's wrong with having a typical cliche bad guy? And it's not even like he's just a bad guy for the sake of it. Like in my world, a good bad guy is always a bad guy who believes that he or she is in the right. And this guy, um, I may delve a bit into spoiler territory here and there. I'll try not to, but he um he just wants to protect his people, but he's being too controlly about it. He is the whole shtick. The whole setup is that people come to his kingdom because he can fulfill wishes. People give him their wishes for safekeeping, and when they give him their wishes, they forget it. So they keep on living in his kingdom, you know, all happy and go lucky, but without the memory of the wish that they gave up, whatever that may have been. And then once a month, he steps forward to his people and grants one wish that he finds worthy or that he feels will be good for the general public, like no selfish wishes or stuff like that. Um, and so our main character Asha, she she applies to become Magnifico's apprentice, and she then becomes one of the lucky few applicants. Is that a word? Who whom he shows his collection of wishes, where they sing he sings a song about how he come to me, I will protect you, you are all my children, I will protect all of you. And it's a very good song. More on that later. But then, and this is spoiler, so skip forward a couple minutes if you haven't seen it and plan to. But Asha then she has a grandfather who has waited literally 100 years to have his wish fulfilled. I don't know if that's a reference to the fact that this movie celebrates Disney's 100th anniversary. I wouldn't put it past them because Disney are always spot on with details. Um, so after this song, Asha finds her grandfather's wish among all the others, and then politely asks Magnifico if he can fulfill it. And I'm not gonna spoil what the wish is, but Magnifico deems it dangerous, despite Asha being totally in disagreement. And he then again, spoiler, um, he he then, not in a villainous way but very harsh, lays it on her that I am safekeeping these wishes. I alone decide what wishes deserve to be granted. And then Asha, she realizes that because Magnifico finds some of these wishes too dangerous to be fulfilled, that they are never gonna be fulfilled, at least not by Magnifico. And so she suggests that the wishes that he's not gonna fulfill anyway with his magic, why not give those back to the people so that they can try to fulfill them themselves. And that's another thing that I really like about the movie, the whole theme about not not waiting or relying on others to have you to fulfill your wishes, but to take them into your own hands. Because um, when when again, spoiler, sorry, when when the grandfather eventually gets his wish back so that he can remember it, he is like, okay, my wish may never come true, but now that I remember it again, I I can at least give it a shot. I can at least try to fulfill it on my own. And I think that's a beautiful message about the movie. I mean, it's nothing groundbreaking. You know, Disney is always has always been like, make your dreams come true, and you know, stuff like that. But as the theme of a movie, because Disney is always like, make your dreams come true. That's their whole that's their whole stick. That's everything they stand for. So I feel it's very appropriate that a movie celebrating their 100-year anniversary has this theme. So yeah, Asha sets out to free all of these captive dreams and wishes, and set Magnifico straight. No more spoiler. So I like the story, simple as it may be, but I really like its themes and how they execute it. I like Asha as a character. I like all of her friends. I like all of the songs. That there wasn't a single song in this movie that I didn't like, and that comes from the guy who watched Frozen 2 and was like, seriously, they are making a song about this and this and this. Like, the only song in Frozen 2 I liked was the boy band song with Kristoff, and that was a parody. But in this movie, I liked all of the songs, and I felt that all of the songs served to move the plot forward. And really that's all I can ask for. Like, okay, some of the songs, you may sit there and be like, really, are they sing why are they singing about this? But as long as the song is catchy, and again does something to move the overall plot forward, then I have no issue with it. And again, I watched it in Danish, and I loved the Danish vocals. I have been humming these songs since I left the cinema, like, og det er så den tak jeg får, du. Danish version. If you wondered what the hell were those noises he just made. So yeah, I like the animation, I like the story, I like the music. The climax was a bit. I felt that they could have done more, but that doesn't ruin the movie for me. With everything else I loved about the movie, maybe a few pacing issues here and there as well. But again, compared to everything I liked about the movie, what I didn't like doesn't ruin it for me or outweigh it. I still went. I still left the theater feeling that this was a good movie. This was worthy of Disney's 100-year anniversary. And if you disagree with me, if you agree with everyone else on YouTube being like, this movie sucks, and you're like, what the hell is this guy even talking about? I liked the movie. What more can I say? I mean, I was teary-eyed. I was teary-eyed at the during the climax. Again, not spoiling what happens, but you know, they sing a song. Of course, that's not a spoiler. It's a musical, for God's sake, and it was so beautiful. I was like, and then when the movie ended, and this is something I rarely do because of social anxiety and that stuff. I started an applause in the cinema, and made other people catch on to it, and I heard some kids around the cinema be like, "Why are people clapping?" Most likely because they are not used to, you know, clapping in the theater, you know, after you have watched a good movie. My mom always said that you always clap at a premiere, whether how often people honor that, I don't know, but especially since it was the premiere, I was like, you know, fuck my anxiety. I'm gonna start a what is it called? I'm gonna clap. This movie beeping deserves it. I'm gonna start an applause. Well done, Disney. It's not a masterpiece by any stretch of the imagination. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's a good Disney movie, and I feel that it's 100% worthy of celebrating their 100-year anniversary. And you know, with that said, haters gonna hate. I I have read that it has already bombed at the box office, but at least here in Denmark, the movie just had its proper premiere yesterday, I think, today or yesterday, I'm not quite sure. And if nothing else, I hope that it's gonna succeed here. So and to everyone else, watch it with an open mind. Don't I would say don't listen to the haters. And again, the haters, sure, they may have a point. I mean, they are not lying about anything. They are just not of the same opinion as me. They have their opinions. I have mine. And I'm not the type who just likes everything. I mean, every time I leave the theater disappointed in a movie, which is about 50-50, every time I dislike a movie, I'm always like, am I being too harsh here? But then when I watch a movie that I legitimately like, I realize that no, I'm not being too harsh. I just I just have standards. My standards. Again, I like this movie, so whether you agree with me or not that I have standards is up to you. But I like what I like, and I liked Wish. See ya.